Every Paralympian has a story to tell. It comes from us breaking barriers every single day to achieve our goals, break records, and to live our best lives, even if the rest of the world thinks otherwise. Together, we are an unstoppable force of nature. And this is our story.
My name is Noraini binti Muhammad Yasli. I'm a Team Singapore Para-Powerlifter. I'm 29 this year. I was born normal. I was only diagnosed with multiple epiphyseal dysplasia, or known as MED, at the age of 6. My knee bones were growing outwards, so that awkward position of my knees actually gave me pain when I walk for a long distance, until at the age of 10 when I went for surgery and I had metal splints inserted on both my knees. So that actually lessened the pain for walking. Although I went for surgery, my bone didn't fully align. So I'm still walking in an awkward position that caused friction on my knee joints and also my hip joints. Because I have fear of missing out, so I want to join all the activities. I didn't know if I were to join the activities, it will cause more pain for me. But as an adult now, I fully understand my condition, what are my limits, how far I can go, and then, without feeling pain.
Outside of training, Noraini hangs out with a group of close friends whom she knew from her university's dragon boat team.
Okay, I'm meeting my friend. We are celebrating her birthday, so it's a surprise celebration for her. Yeah, these are my close friends from university. So we were in the same dragon boat team. They are my batch mates. So these are the people that have helped me grow stronger physically, emotionally, mentally. Yeah. Yeah, got two. Where you buy one? Like you buy for yourself also?
No, I purposely buy.
Oh. No lah. Just stick the 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Sing the song.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Grace. Happy birthday to you. Perfect imaginary flame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, happy birthday.
Oh my god, please open it. Go ahead, this thing. She will suffocate.
Very expensive, man.
No, it's not. It's not very expensive.
I don't want presents.
Can you use it?
Can you use it now?
No, it's ours.
This is now. This
It's
two also
ours.
need to bring home. This
Yeah.
It's
You are not part of
ours.
it.
Let's share this.
Can you use it now? I have.
So currently, even with my pursuit in para-powerlifting, they are also very supportive. Like when I went for my first competition at the ASEAN Para Games, they also flew down to support me. So these are my very, very close friends in university. The qualification for para-powerlifting in the Paralympics is you have to be at least top 8 in the world ranking list to qualify for Paralympic. Yeah, so this will be my first Paralympic if I qualify for the Tokyo Paralympic. So it's definitely a surreal feeling. Like I wouldn't imagine that I would have made it this far. Currently, I'm not training full-time. I train in the evening. During the daytime, I have a full-time job. I train 3 days per week on every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So my training duration is about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So on different days, my coach actually designed different programs for the different training days. The main equipment on para-powerlifting is the bench. So we do a lot of bench press during the first half of training. So to get the proper technique, the proper strength. The second half of training is a lot more gym work where we build our strength and also endurance.
Break records, and to live our best.
Republic Polytechnic is very supportive of my sporting journey. My colleagues, sometimes when they see me, they ask when is my training day, how is my training like, and when is my upcoming competition. And when I see they get excited, I also feel excited and encouraged to press on, especially on hard training days. So I was approached by Kalai Vanan. Then he was a Team Singapore para-powerlifter. He asked me on whether I'm interested to do para-powerlifting. So in 2017, when the contingent was leaving to participate in the ASEAN Para Games in Kuala Lumpur, I didn't give much thought about it. Kalai invited me to one of the para-powerlifting trials. So 2 days after the trial, I actually received a call from the Singapore National Paralympic Council that I will be flying to Kuala Lumpur for the ASEAN Para Games. So everything else was history.
For Singapore, Mohamed Yazli goes for 65, which she missed out on last time around. This will put her up into the bronze medal position if she's successful, go alongside Solida Kiva and Kabanieva, who are both coming in, and she's got that.
At first, honestly, I didn't know anything about para-powerlifting. But once I learned more about the sports, when I get involved in the sports, then I realized that it's much more than just that one single lift. It takes a lot more of techniques, of fine-tuning and training. When you overcome a certain weight that initially you thought you are unable to lift, that gave me confidence, which I take that in my daily life also.
Initially, Nur Aini's mother had reservations about her daughter taking up para-powerlifting. But eventually, she became Nur Aini's pillar of support.
My family in particular, at first they were not very supportive, especially my mom and my grandmother. So she had a concern, especially if I have to go for competitions, how do I juggle it with work? And also on top of that, I have a pre-existing medical condition. So she is worried that my involvement in para-powerlifting may cause more pain to my other joints as well. Yeah, so she at first she tried to persuade me to stop doing para-powerlifting, but after a while, when she see that I was really enjoying it, she gave her blessings. So my mom is not someone who likes traveling or taking flight. Yeah, but she actually flew down to watch me compete in the ASEAN Para Games. So usually when I go for competitions, I will FaceTime her. The day before my competition, while I was video calling her, her background looks a bit weird, like it looks very unfamiliar. So I asked her, where are you? So she said, oh, guess Then she actually showed me that she's in a hotel room in Kuala Lumpur. So I was really very, very touched when I know that she was there. So it gave me a great sense of comfort because it was in unfamiliar ground. So that's when I realized that she is in this with me also. Actually, during the ASEAN Para Games in Kuala Lumpur, where I lifted 47 kilogram, so I told myself, okay, 60 kilogram is the max that I will go. I will not push anywhere higher. And then now currently I'm doing about 70 kilogram. Sometimes you put a limit to yourself, but when you push a little bit further, you will notice that there is a lot more in the tank for you to, explore in yourself.
a lot of people have this thinking that coaching para athletes will be a lot different than coaching like regular athletes, because I used to coach able-bodied powerlifting. So that was the mindset that I had when I first came in. But then other than that, they are actually even more competitive than regular able-bodied athletes, because especially Aini, they all have this drive to push themselves to a greater limit. What inspires me about Aini is her determination to make things work for herself. So I mean, she's faced with a lot of difficulties, right, with her physical impairment, all that. So she will go out of her way to try to make things happen for herself. She don't expect people to do things for her. I really think she is destined for great things.
Powerlifting is a sport few women are willing to try. Nur Aini wants to pull her weight to inspire more women, in particular to take up the sport.
With my involvement in powerlifting, I hope to send a message to other women out there that if you want to try carrying weights in the gym, you can do so. Just start doing it and you'll feel confidence when you've overcome that fear. Don't let your disability define you. For me, my disability has allowed me to discover my real abilities. So just be yourself and explore. We must not fear uncharted waters, but we must learn to ride the waves. My name is Aini, and I am unstoppable.
In 2021, para badminton will be making its debut at the Tokyo Paralympics. I will give it my all to be part of history. My name is Tay Wei Ming, and I am Team Singapore top para shuttler. My name is Tay Wei Ming. I'm 33 this year, and I'm a national athlete for para badminton. My disability is a medical condition called Erb's palsy. It's basically a condition caused by birth trauma. When I first had this disability, I experienced difficulty in simple chores such as putting on clothes, bathing, picking up items. I couldn't carry heavy items as well, even up to now lah. And then as I grew older, I became more adept lah. So these basic chores wasn't a hassle to me. But then I still couldn't do that kind of simple things like probably tying of shoelaces. Yeah, because tying of shoelaces requires both hands. Yeah, it was only I think about 3 or 4 years ago that I started to learn how to tie shoelace. So how it got started was our family had this weekend routine whereby after dinner we will engage in different kind of sports like table tennis, swimming, cycling, and badminton. Yeah, because we had a badminton court downstairs. So my dad plays badminton leisurely. He will try to cultivate us into take up sports. So from that moment onwards, I get to soak into badminton. Yeah, I get to know badminton. I decided that I wanted to take badminton seriously because I asked myself, hey, since I like the sport, why not take up the sport seriously? It was when at the age of 15, secondary school, I met my first coach, my secondary school coach. Yeah, so from that moment onwards, I had serious training. Then I took up badminton seriously until up to now. I love the adrenaline rush of badminton because it's rather explosive in the court. Yeah, and it's quite challenging in the sense whereby you need to learn how to strategize your match play and stuff. These are the factors that what made me took up badminton.
Playing para badminton has its unique set of challenges.
For me, I have a disability on my right arm, which somehow kind of affect my movement because there's a lot of rotational movement in the court for badminton. Because badminton, although I say that it requires a lot of one hand, but in terms of balance, it still requires both arms. For Tokyo, I will mainly be competing in the men's singles SU5 category. SU5 mainly stands for standing upper 5. It means that people with upper impairment disability can compete in that category. Winning motivates me to stay on top of the game, to become a better player. I'm currently training full-time, 6 days a week, twice each session. It's basically categorized into 3 categories. Yeah, one is strength and conditioning in the gym, and second one is the court, and third one is the track, like for fitness. So my training regime will be like there will be about twice a week for gym strength and conditioning training. That will be like probably Wednesdays and Fridays. Then the rest of the sessions will be court trainings, and the remaining 2 sessions will be track. Me and my coach goes a long way back. I think it was the year 2010 when I started in Nanyang Polytechnic. Yeah, he was the main coach for Nanyang Poly badminton team back then. Yeah, so that was how I get to meet him. So from that moment onwards, I feel that he was quite a dedicated coach. Yeah, he was very patient, and then he was willing to guide me along despite me having a disability. Yeah.
In his coach, Wei Ming found someone who truly understood him and his style of playing.
So SDFC eventually wrote him in. Yeah, so he became my coach for the national team. Yeah, and I'm very close with my coach. Yeah, basically we probably maybe after training we'll hang out for meals and stuff. Then, so like if I have any issues, I will have heart-to-heart talk with him and etc. To me, winning has never been a one-man show. Behind every champion is a team that supports me 100%. I think the biggest pillar of support is definitely from family. Yeah, my parents, because being an only child, I think they also kind of worried because I have this disability. So, but that having said, they didn't like stop me from trying out new things. They didn't stop me from pursuing sports.
Wei Ming's parents are his greatest cheerleaders. He shares a special bond with his father, as it was the elder Tay who first introduced him to the sport.
Even the able-bodied, the Olympics, is top 32. Yeah, then can qualify for Olympics. Yeah. Winning is a mindset, a belief, and attitude. It does not matter what you are born with, but how you take charge of your destiny. The badminton court is somewhere that I feels like home lah. Yeah, because everybody is so nice to me. Then we train together. Yeah. Along the way, I met a couple of coaches. They didn't like give up on me. They will still continue to encourage me. They will still find solutions for me to tackle my difficulties in terms of movements. Yeah, because of my disability.
Wei Ming's personal achievements on court includes being crowned as Singapore's first ever badminton world champion.
In the year 2017, it was the World Para Badminton Championships in Korea, Busan. What happened was Suryo, which is my Indonesian my counterpart, at that point of time, both of us signed up for singles and doubles category, but we didn't have a doubles partner for our doubles category. He approached me and asked whether I want to have a partnership for the doubles category. The amazing part is we never partnered together before, in our whole entire life. Although we know each other because we were both singles players, our coordination was perfect. He was very strong at the back because of his powerful smashes, and I was very fast in front of the front court. So basically, our chemistry did work pretty well. Yeah, and amazingly, we managed to defeat the 5-time world champion from Malaysia. Yeah, the doubles pair lah. So it was definitely the most memorable moment in my whole badminton career.
His world title is a first in the sport for Team Singapore's able-bodied and para-athletes.
When I first took up badminton, I told myself that I have this motto, which is I wanted to be equally good as able-bodied players. But along the way, when I pursue badminton part-time when I was still studying, slowly to full-time, that is when the Paralympic dream came about also. Being a badminton player, I'm really proud of it, and I understand that in order to become a badminton player, you need to go through a lot of hardships because the training in badminton is seriously not easy. Yeah, you have to go through a lot of endurance, a lot of mental training, a lot of drills and stuff. Just treasure that every moment during training is how hard it is. Yeah, and I believe that you will achieve your fruit or labor. Yeah. Even if you have a disability, you still can. I mean, you still can break through your limits and achieve something out of it. I think the culture in Singapore is that I feel that a lot of kids with disability, their parents are very protective of them. They don't let them try out new things. They don't let them try out sports because they're scared that their child will be injured and stuff. But I think ultimately, it's still yourself have to have the courage to step out of the comfort zone and prove to your parents that, hey, I'm still able to practice this sport despite having this condition and stuff. And I'm truly passionate about it, and I hope that you as my parents, y'all can support me. Yeah. So my advice is, no matter how hard it is, yeah, just pursue what you are passionate in and don't give up. It took me 12 years to get here. I will not stop moving forward in the pursuit of my Paralympic dream. I am Tay Wei Ming, and I am unstoppable.
Singapore Pools is proud to stand alongside our athletes in their journey to the Tokyo Paralympics.